Picture yourself in a health food store drawn to the world of herbs, curious, hopeful, but quickly overwhelmed by unfamiliar terms. Words like alterative, carminative, and astringent fill the air, making the path ahead seem confusing. This is a common experience for beginners. Herbalism can feel like a secret language, but learning these terms is like unlocking a map. Suddenly, the landscape makes sense. Each word describes what an herb does for your body, turning confusion into confidence. Understanding this language is your first step to using herbs wisely and effectively. Let's start this journey together and turn mystery into mastery. Why bother with herbal vocabulary? Because it lets you choose the right herb for the right need. For example, not all herbs for coughs work the same. Some clear mucus, others soothe irritation, and some calm spasms. Knowing these differences means better, faster results and more control over your wellness. You'll move from guessing to understanding, from passive consumer to empowered creator. We'll break down these terms simply, connect them to familiar plants, and build your confidence. By the end, you'll read labels and listen to herbal advice with new clarity. Ready to unlock the world of herbal medicine? Let's dive in. Alteratives are gentle herbs that help your body restore balance over time. Think of them as a slow, steady current clearing a murky river. They support your organs of elimination: liver, kidneys, skin, helping your body detox naturally. These herbs aren't quick fixes. Their power is in gradual, lasting change. Classic alteratives include dandelion root, burdock, red clover, and nettle, nutritive and supportive. They're ideal for chronic issues and long-term wellness, nourishing your body as they work. When you see alterative on a label, think gentle, deep support for your body's natural healing. They're a perfect starting point for beginners. Trust the process. Slow and steady wins the race. Anthelmintics are herbs that help expel parasitic worms, a job as old as herbal medicine itself. They work by making the digestive tract inhospitable to parasites, disrupting their life cycles. Common kitchen herbs like garlic and thyme and powerful plants like wormwood are classic anthelmintics. These herbs are potent and should be used with care, especially the stronger ones. Anthelmintics are especially valuable as resistance to synthetic drugs grows. When you see anthelmintic, think targeted cleansing, herbs designed to help your body defend itself. Use them wisely and always respect their strength. Nature's defense system is powerful. Learn to use it well. Ever felt your mouth pucker from strong tea? That's astringency in action. Astringent herbs tighten and tone tissues, both inside and out. Think of them as natural body toners. They're great for firming up loose tissues, drying excess fluids, and creating protective barriers. Tannins are the key compounds found in herbs like witch hazel, raspberry leaf, and green tea. Use astringents for diarrhea, runny noses, or to soothe skin irritations. When you see astringent, picture that tightening, drying effect, restoring healthy boundaries in your body. They're versatile, effective, and easy to use. Astringents help tidy up and tone your system inside and out. Cathartics are the powerhouses of herbal cleansing. Think waterfall, not gentle stream. These herbs forcefully stimulate bowel movements reserved for acute situations like severe constipation. They're much stronger than regular laxatives and should be used with caution. Overuse can cause cramping, dehydration, and dependency, so they're best combined with soothing herbs. Senna, cascara sagrada, and aloe vera's inner leaf are classic cathartics. When you see cathartic, think strong, short-term intervention, not for daily use. They reset the system when needed, but always with respect for their intensity. Use cathartics wisely sometimes. A powerful cleanse is just what's needed. Let's explore two terms that sound complex but describe very specific and vital actions: Cholagogue and Emmenagogue. First, we'll look at Cholagogues. These are herbs that focus their energy on the liver and gallbladder, specifically by stimulating the production and, most importantly, the release of bile. Bile is a crucial digestive fluid produced by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. It plays the essential role of breaking down and emulsifying fats from our diet so our bodies can absorb them properly. When bile flow is sluggish, we can feel bloated, heavy, and have difficulty digesting rich or fatty meals. Cholagogue herbs are the key to getting that bile flowing freely again. Many herbs that we classify as bitters are also excellent cholagogues. That bitter taste on the tongue acts as a signal, kickstarting a cascade of digestive processes, including the release of bile. By encouraging this release, cholagogues not only improve fat digestion but also gently stimulate peristalsis in the intestines. This is because bile itself has a mild laxative effect, helping to keep things moving through the digestive tract. So these herbs offer a double benefit. They support liver function and promote regularity. This makes them fantastic allies for anyone whose digestion feels stagnant or overburdened, helping to decongest the liver and improve overall metabolic function. Next, we have Emmenagogues, a category of herbs with a specific affinity for the female reproductive system. Emmenagogue herbs are those that stimulate blood flow to the pelvic region and uterus, thereby encouraging and promoting menstruation. These herbs are traditionally used when menstruation is delayed, scanty, or stagnant, helping to bring on a healthy flow and relieve the discomfort associated with it. They work to gently move congestion and restore a natural, regular rhythm to the menstrual cycle. This action is incredibly valuable for women experiencing cycle irregularities, but it also means these herbs must be strictly avoided during pregnancy due to their stimulating effect on the uterus. Common Emmenagogues include a wide range of plants, some of which you may already know. The warming spice ginger is a mild Emmenagogue, as are mugwort, yarrow, and motherwort. More potent herbs like blue and black cohosh also fall into this category. Understanding the term Emmenagogue is critically important for safety, especially for women in their childbearing years. It signals that an herb or formula is designed to move blood and energy in the uterus. This is a powerful and beneficial action when needed to regulate a cycle, but one that must be approached with awareness and avoided completely when pregnancy is known or suspected. After discussing herbs with such powerful and stimulating actions, let's shift our focus to two categories that are all about soothing, calming, and protecting nervines and demulcents. Nervines are a beloved class of herbs that specifically nourish, support, and calm the nervous system. In our fast-paced, high-stress world, these herbal allies are more important than ever. They help our bodies better adapt to stress, ease feelings of anxiety and tension, and promote a sense of relaxation and well-being. They work directly with our nervous system, helping to smooth out the frazzled edges and restore a sense of peace from within. Nervines can be broadly divided into different groups. Some, like lemon balm or milky oats, are nervine tonics that nourish and strengthen the nervous system over time, making it more resilient. Others, like chamomile and passion flower, are relaxing nervines that can help calm an anxious mind and body in the moment. A subcategory known as sedative nervines, such as valerian or hops, have a more pronounced calming effect that can be very helpful for promoting sleep. Understanding these nuances helps you choose the right nervine for the right time. One for daytime calm without drowsiness, and another to help you drift off to sleep at night. Finally, we have the wonderfully slimy and soothing demulcents. The key characteristic of a demulcent herb is its mucilaginous quality. When you mix these herbs with water, they create a slippery gel-like substance that is incredibly soothing to irritated or inflamed tissues. Imagine having a sore, scratchy throat. A demulcent herb coats the raw mucous membranes with a protective, cooling film, providing immediate relief. This same action applies throughout the body. They can soothe inflammation in the digestive tract, like in cases of heartburn or ulcers, and can calm irritation in the urinary system or lungs. Many beautiful and gentle herbs fall into the demulcent category. Marshmallow root is perhaps the most famous, along with slippery elm bark, licorice root, and flax seeds. Even common plantain, the weed that grows in your yard, has demulcent properties. When you see the word demulcent, just think soothe and coat. It indicates that the herb or formula is designed to calm hot, inflamed, and irritated conditions by providing a moist, protective barrier. From a dry, hacking cough to an irritated gut, demulcent herbs are the gentle healers that bring cooling, moistening relief to tissues in distress. Now we turn to a group of herbs that are essential allies during times of illness, particularly when a fever is present, the Diaphoretics. The word diaphoretic simply means an herb that helps the body to sweat. While our modern instinct might be to suppress a fever immediately, traditional herbalism views a fever as a healthy and productive immune response. It is the body's internal furnace working hard to burn up pathogens and cleanse the system. A diaphoretic herb doesn't fight the fever but works with it, helping the body to do its job more effectively and move through the illness more efficiently. They help open the pores and release heat and toxins through the skin. Diaphoretics are cleverly divided into two main groups depending on the type of fever a person is experiencing. The first group is relaxing diaphoretics. You would use these when a person feels hot, tense, and restless. Their face might be flushed and their skin dry to the touch, but they are not sweating. The body is trying to raise its temperature but is struggling to release the heat. Relaxing Diaphoretics like elderflower, yarrow, or chamomile help to relax the tension on the surface of the body. They open up the peripheral circulation, allowing the pores to open and a beneficial sweat to begin, which ultimately helps to cool the body naturally. The second group is the stimulating Diaphoretics. These are used for the opposite situation. Think of someone who has the chills, is shivering, and feels cold even though they have a fever. They are huddled under blankets, unable to get warm. In this case, the body needs help building its internal fire. Stimulating Diaphoretics are often pungent and spicy herbs like ginger, cayenne pepper, or bee balm. They help to warm the body from the core, stoking the furnace and promoting a sweat that breaks the chill. This action supports the body's effort to raise its temperature to a level where the immune system can effectively fight off the invading pathogen. Understanding the term diaphoretic and its two subtypes is a key piece of wisdom for supporting someone through a cold or flu. It allows you to match the herb to the person's specific experience of the fever. Are they hot and stuck, or are they cold and shivering? By choosing the right diaphoretic, you are not working against the body's wisdom, but are instead providing intelligent support that helps the immune process run its course. It's about facilitating a healthy sweat, which herbalists have long known is a sign that the body is moving through the fever and on the path to healing. Let's now look at two categories of herbs that manage moisture, but in very different parts of the body: diuretics and emollients. First, we have the diuretics. These are herbs that increase the flow of urine, helping the body to eliminate excess fluid through the kidneys and bladder. This action can be incredibly helpful for a variety of conditions. For instance, in cases of mild fluid retention where you might feel puffy or swollen, a diuretic herb can offer gentle relief. They are also cornerstone herbs for supporting the health of the entire urinary system, helping to flush the urinary tract and keep things flowing freely. The primary action of diuretic herbs is to encourage the kidneys to excrete more water and salt from the body. This helps to reduce the volume of fluid in the bloodstream, which is one reason they can play a supportive role in helping to manage high blood pressure. They are also frequently used at the first sign of a urinary tract infection. The increased flow of urine helps to physically flush bacteria out of the bladder, preventing an infection from taking hold. For best results, diuretic herbs are often taken as a lukewarm tea, which provides the very fluid needed to help them do their work effectively. Common diuretics include dandelion leaf, parsley, and cleavers. Next, we have emollients, which are similar in nature to the demulcents we've already discussed. Like demulcents, emollient herbs are often rich in mucilage and have a soothing, softening quality. The key difference is that the term emollient is used specifically for topical applications. These are the herbs you use on the outside of your body to soothe, condition, moisturize, and protect the skin. If you have dry, rough, chapped, or inflamed skin, an emollient herb is your best friend. They provide a protective barrier that locks in moisture and shields the skin from further irritation, allowing it to heal. You will find many of the same herbs in both the demulcent and emollient categories, as their soothing properties work both inside and out. Aloe vera gel is a classic emollient, perfect for soothing a sunburn. Marshmallow root, plantain, and comfrey are also wonderful emollients, often infused into oils to make healing salves, creams, and lotions. Understanding this term helps you identify ingredients in skincare products that are designed to provide deep, soothing moisture. So, while a diuretic moves excess water out of the body, an emollient helps to keep precious moisture in your skin, showcasing the versatile ways herbs help us manage balance. When you have a cough with a lot of congestion in your chest, the herbs you need are called expectorants. This class of herbs helps the body to expel excess mucus from the lungs and respiratory passages. Their main job is to make a cough more productive. Instead of a dry, hacking cough that goes nowhere or a wet, boggy cough that feels stuck, expectorants help to thin and liquefy the mucus. This makes it much easier to cough it up and out of the body, clearing the airways so you can breathe more easily. They are invaluable allies for bronchitis and the chest congestion that often comes with a cold or flu. Just as with diaphoretics, expectorants are also divided into two groups based on the type of congestion. First are the stimulating expectorants. These are used for damp, boggy, and stagnant coughs where the mucus is thick and heavy. These herbs, which often have a pungent quality, help to stimulate the lining of the lungs to more forcefully move the mucus up and out. Think of them as giving the lungs a little kickstart to get the clearing process going. Potent herbs like horehound, elecampane, and lobelia fall into this category. They are powerful movers for when congestion feels really stuck deep in the chest. On the other hand, we have relaxing expectorants. These are used when a cough is dry, spasmodic, and irritated, but you can still feel that there is mucus that needs to come out. It is dry and stuck, not boggy. Relaxing expectorants often have a demulcent or soothing quality. They help to moisten and thin the hardened mucus while also calming the irritation in the bronchial tissues. This makes the cough less painful and more effective. Herbs like licorice root, slippery elm, and yerba santa are wonderful relaxing expectorants that soothe the tissues while gently encouraging the release of stuck mucus. By understanding the term expectorant and its two distinct types, you can choose a much more specific and effective remedy for your cough. You can ask yourself, is the mucus stuck and heavy, or is it dry and irritating? This simple question will guide you to the right herbal ally. It allows you to provide targeted support that helps the lungs clear themselves in the most efficient and comfortable way possible. Expectorants are a perfect example of how herbal wisdom helps us work with our body's natural processes of elimination to restore health and clear breathing. Let's dive into a category of herbs that are incredibly popular, especially during cold and flu season: the immunostimulants. As the name suggests, these are herbs that provide a direct short-term boost to the immune system. Think of them as the special forces of the herbal world, called in for a specific mission. When you feel that first tickle in your throat or the initial wave of fatigue that signals you are coming down with something, an immunostimulant herb can help to ramp up your body's defenses quickly. They work by stimulating immediate immune activity, such as increasing the production of white blood cells or encouraging phagocytosis, the process where immune cells engulf and destroy pathogens. It is vital to distinguish immunostimulants from the immunomodulators we discussed earlier. While immunomodulators are deep-acting, nourishing herbs taken over the long term to build a resilient immune system, immunostimulants are for acute, short-term use. They are not meant to be taken daily for months on end. Using them constantly would be like keeping the immune system on high alert all the time, which can eventually lead to burnout and imbalance. Instead, they are best used for a few days to a week at the first sign of an infection to help your body mount a strong, swift defense and potentially shorten the duration of the illness. Two of the most famous immunostimulant herbs are echinacea and elderberry. Echinacea is renowned for its ability to increase immune cell activity, helping your body fight off invaders more effectively. Elderberry has been shown to have powerful antiviral properties, disrupting a virus's ability to replicate and enter human cells. These herbs are the frontline defenders you reach for when you feel an illness taking hold. They provide that immediate kickstart to your immune response, giving your body the extra firepower it needs to overcome the pathogen before it can gain a strong foothold and make you truly sick. When you see the term immunostimulant, you should think of immediate, active support for an acute situation. These are not herbs for building foundational health, but are potent allies for helping you through a specific challenge. They are the herbal equivalent of calling for reinforcements when a battle is about to begin. Understanding their role allows you to use them wisely and effectively, reserving their power for when it is most needed. This ensures you get the maximum benefit without overtiring your system, working in smart partnership with your body's natural defense mechanisms to stay healthy and well. Now let's explore a category of herbs that many of us interact with every single day: the stimulants. Herbal stimulants are plants that temporarily increase physiological or nervous activity in the body. They can enhance alertness, boost energy levels, and improve cognitive function, making them feel like a quick solution for fatigue or mental fog. When you drink a cup of coffee to wake up in the morning or a black tea to get through an afternoon slump, you are using an herbal stimulant. These plants work by exciting the central nervous system, giving you a noticeable lift in energy and focus that can help you power through demanding tasks. However, it's important to understand that there are different kinds of stimulants that affect the body in various ways. The most common ones, like coffee and tea, are nervous system stimulants. They directly impact the brain and nerves to create a sense of heightened awareness. But there are also circulatory stimulants which work by enhancing blood flow throughout the body. Herbs like ginger, rosemary, and the powerful cayenne pepper fall into this group. By improving circulation, they can help warm the body and deliver more oxygen and nutrients to tissues, including the brain, which can indirectly boost energy and vitality in a different way than a caffeinated beverage. While stimulants can be incredibly useful, they must be used with awareness and respect. The energy they provide is often borrowed, not created. If you rely on them too heavily to push through chronic exhaustion, you risk depleting your body's deep energy reserves, leading to burnout. Think of it like using a credit card. You get the benefit now, but you have to pay it back later. Constant stimulation can tax the adrenal glands and disrupt natural sleep patterns, creating a cycle of fatigue and reliance. It is essential to address the root cause of fatigue, such as poor sleep, stress, or nutrient deficiencies, rather than just masking the symptoms with stimulants. When you encounter the term stimulant, it is a signal that the herb will produce a noticeable and temporary increase in function. Whether it's awakening the mind, warming the body, or improving blood flow, these herbs provide a powerful, immediate effect. They are useful tools for specific moments when a boost is needed, but they are not a sustainable source of long-term energy. True vitality comes from deep nourishment and rest, and stimulants should be seen as helpful assistance along the way, not the foundation of your energy. Using them wisely allows you to enjoy their benefits without paying too high a price. Finally, we arrive at one of the most cherished and foundational concepts in all of herbalism, the tonics. Herbal tonics are plants that are used to restore, tone, and invigorate specific systems of the body, promoting overall health and well-being. Unlike stimulants that provide a temporary lift or cathartics that have a strong immediate action, tonics work slowly, gently, and deeply. They are the marathon runners of the herbal world, building strength and resilience over time. They are generally considered safe for long-term use and act more like deeply nourishing foods than potent medicines, helping to bring the body back into a state of natural balance. The beauty of tonic herbs is their specificity. While some herbs have a general tonic effect on the whole body, many are known for their affinity for a particular organ or system. For instance, hawthorn berry is a renowned cardiotonic, meaning it strengthens and nourishes the heart and circulatory system. Milk thistle is a classic liver tonic or hepatoprotective that helps protect liver cells and enhance their detoxification functions. Astragalus root is a brilliant immune tonic, building deep immune strength over time. By choosing a tonic specific to an area that needs support, you can provide targeted restorative care to that part of your body. Tonic herbs do not force the body to do anything. Instead, they work by enhancing normal physiological functions and improving the performance of our organs. They help the body to help itself more effectively. Dandelion root, for example, acts as a gentle tonic for the liver and digestive system, subtly improving its ability to produce bile and process waste. This is a much different action from a harsh cathartic that forces a bowel movement. Tonics work with the body's innate intelligence, providing the nutrients and compounds needed to function optimally. This gentle, supportive approach is what makes them so suitable for daily use as part of a wellness routine. When you see the word tonic on an herbal product, it signifies a formula designed for deep, long-term nourishment and strengthening. It is an invitation to be patient and consistent, knowing that the benefits will build gradually, creating a more resilient and balanced internal environment. Tonics are the cornerstone of preventative and restorative herbalism. They are the herbs we use to build a strong foundation of health, so we are less susceptible to illness and have the vitality to live our lives to the fullest. They are true allies for a lifetime of well-being, gently guiding our bodies back to their natural state of vibrant health. We have traveled a long way together on this journey through the language of herbalism. We started in a place of potential confusion, standing before shelves of herbs with strange and unfamiliar names. Now you hold a map. This map is filled with landmarks that are no longer strange, but are instead helpful guides pointing the way to wellness. We began with the gentle alteratives, the slow and steady river cleaners that restore the body's natural balance over time. We learned about the powerful anthelmintics that protect us from unwanted guests, and the tightening astringents that tone and firm our tissues, providing structure and control where it is needed. Next, our path led us to the herbs of cleansing and calming. We encountered the powerful Cathartics, the rushing waterfalls that must be approached with respect, designed for deep short-term purging. We met the Cholagogues, the bile boosters that support our liver, and the Emmenagogues, which help regulate a woman's monthly cycle. Then we found comfort with the soothing Nervines, the allies that calm our frazzled nerves in a stressful world. We also discovered the wonderful demulcents, whose slimy protective coating brings immediate relief to hot, irritated tissues from the inside out, offering a cool and gentle touch. Our adventure continued as we explored the herbs of support and protection. We learned to befriend a fever with the help of Diaphoretics, understanding how to choose between a relaxing or stimulating herb to help the body sweat effectively. We saw how Diuretics help us move excess fluid, while Emollients help us keep precious moisture in our skin. We navigated the landscape of the lungs with Expectorants, learning how to clear congestion by choosing the right herb for either a stuck, boggy cough or a dry, irritated one. Each term became a new tool, a specific strategy for supporting the body's innate wisdom. Finally, we explored the boosters and the balancers. We learned about the vital difference between immunostimulants, the fast-acting troops for acute illness, and the deep-acting tonics that build foundational strength over the long haul. We looked at stimulants, understanding them as useful but borrowed energy that must be used wisely. And we ended with the cherished tonics, the system strengtheners that nourish and invigorate our organs, forming the very bedrock of a truly resilient and vibrant state of health. This journey has transformed a list of intimidating words into a rich and nuanced vocabulary for healing. Remember that feeling of being overwhelmed? The sense that you had stumbled into a secret club where you didn't know the password? That feeling can now begin to fade away, replaced by a quiet confidence. The language of herbalism is no longer a barrier but a bridge. It is a bridge that connects you to a deeper understanding of the plants themselves. It connects you to the ancient wisdom passed down by countless herbalists before you. And most importantly, it connects you more deeply to your own body and its needs. You are now part of the conversation, equipped with the knowledge to understand and to ask better questions. This new vocabulary is a tool of empowerment. When you pick up a bottle in a health food store, you are no longer just looking at a list of ingredients. You are reading a story about that formula's intention. You can see the astringent herb meant to tone the gut, the nervine included to calm an anxious stomach, and the carminative there to ease gas and bloating. The label comes alive with meaning. You can discern whether a formula is designed for a quick, acute action or for slow tonic support. This knowledge moves you from being a passive consumer to an active, informed participant in your own health care. This understanding also demystifies the process of herbal formulation. You can begin to see the why behind the blends. You can appreciate the elegance of combining a strong cathartic with a soothing demulcent and an antispasmodic carminative to create a balanced and effective yet gentle formula. This insight allows you to trust the process more fully. It also opens the door for you to begin your own simple experiments. You can start by blending a relaxing nervine like chamomile with a soothing demulcent like marshmallow root to create a tea that calms both your mind and your irritated throat. Your kitchen can become your first apothecary. Do not worry if you don't remember every single term perfectly right away. That is not the goal. The goal is to have a foundational awareness, a mental hook on which to hang these concepts. You know now that these words exist and that they describe specific actions. You can always come back to this guide or look them up. The important thing is that the initial wall of confusion has been broken down. You now have the keys to unlock a lifetime of learning. You have started to think like an herbalist, seeing the world of plants not just as a collection of remedies, but as a sophisticated system of actions and energies. So where do you go from here? How do you take this newfound knowledge and put it into practice in a safe and meaningful way? The best advice is always to start simply. You do not need to learn about hundreds of herbs at once. Choose one or two plants that you feel drawn to. Perhaps it is a gentle nervine like chamomile or lemon balm, or a nourishing tonic like nettle leaf. Get to know that one plant intimately. Drink it as a tea every day. Notice how it feels in your body. Read about it, learn its different actions, and experience it for yourself. This slow, experiential approach builds the deepest and most lasting wisdom. As you begin your journey, focus on the gentle and nourishing categories of herbs first. The tonics, alteratives, and nervines are wonderful, safe places to start. These herbs are forgiving and work to build your health from the ground up. You can make a daily infusion of nettle and oat straw to receive deep mineral nourishment. You can sip on chamomile or linden flower tea in the evening to help you unwind. By working with these gentle allies, you will build your confidence and your intuitive connection to the plants. Save the more potent herbs, like the strong cathartics or immunostimulants, for when you have more experience or are working with a knowledgeable practitioner. Another wonderful way to begin is to simply pay more attention to the plants already around you. You now know that dandelion is a fantastic alterative and liver tonic. You can see the plantain in your lawn as a soothing emollient and demulcent. You can appreciate the rosemary in your garden as a circulatory stimulant. This practice of observation connects you to the medicine that is growing right under your feet. It transforms a simple walk in your neighborhood into an opportunity to meet your herbal allies. This connection to your local environment is a cornerstone of traditional herbalism around the world. Most importantly, continue to be a curious and respectful student. Read books by respected herbalists. If you can, take a class from a local teacher, and always listen to your own body. It is your ultimate guide. When you try a new herb, pay attention to how you feel. Herbalism is not about following rigid rules. It is about developing a relationship. It is a partnership between you, the plants, and your own unique body. Approach this path with an open heart and a curious mind, and the plants will have much to teach you. Your journey has only just begun. Understanding these terms is a foundational step, but it is truly just the beginning of a beautiful and lifelong path. The world of herbalism is as deep and vast as a primeval forest, full of endless wonders to discover. There is always another plant to meet, another layer of understanding to uncover. This is not a subject you master and then move on from. It is a living, breathing wisdom that grows and evolves with you. As you change, as your health needs shift, and as you gain more experience, your relationship with the plants will deepen and mature in beautiful and surprising ways. Embrace the journey itself. There will be moments of clarity and moments of uncertainty. There will be remedies that work beautifully and others that do not seem to do much at all. This is all part of the learning process. Each experience, whether a success or a perceived failure, is a lesson. It teaches you more about the plants and more about yourself. The goal is not to become a perfect herbalist overnight. The goal is to become a plant ally, someone who walks in partnership with the green world, learning from its generosity, resilience, and profound intelligence every single day. Remember that this knowledge empowers you to make better, more informed decisions for your health and the health of those you care for. It allows you to participate in a tradition that has sustained humanity for thousands of years. By learning this language, you are helping to keep this vital wisdom alive and relevant in our modern world. You are becoming a link in a long chain of healers, gardeners, and plant lovers who have looked to nature for sustenance and support. This is a meaningful and deeply rewarding role to step into. So, walk forward with confidence and curiosity. Let this guide be a trusted companion you can return to whenever you need a reminder. Continue to learn, to taste, to experience, and to grow. The green world has welcomed you, and the path is now clear. You have the map, you understand the language of the signposts, and a world of healing, connection, and vibrant well-being awaits. The journey is yours to take, one cup of tea, one healing salve, and one beautiful plant at a time. Welcome to the world of herbalism.